Good morning. I'm going to take you out onto the balcony with me. Been having a beautiful morning already here at the beach. It's a little windy today, but it's really been such a pleasure to wake up this morning and get going. And I wanted to talk a little bit about dividing and conquering, because I think pretty much everybody's heard of this concept in terms of war and dividing and conquering. But it actually happens to us on a fundamental way with our lives. It just consistently is happening. And a lot of times we don't realize. So, we have about between 40 and 70,000 thoughts in a day. And if those thoughts are not aligned with each other, then you're going to be going in conflicting areas, and you're actually going to be dividing your own self, your own mind, your own expertise, your actions, your reactions. They're not going to be in alignment. So if you have conflicting thoughts and you have 70,000 thoughts a day, and there's 84,000 seconds in a day, so almost one every single second, 1.5 seconds or so, you're going to be really having a difficult time actually getting done what you want to do, because the reality is you're dividing yourself consistently with what you actually want to accomplish. Now, this comes off for me on the heels of something really interesting. As some of you may know, I've been getting my brain mapped in so many ways, and getting new neural pathways created in my brain to help me actually have more alignment in my thoughts. And I understood this on a conceptual level, and how this works and plays into what I was just talking about, actually dividing and conquering, right? So my mind is actually dividing and conquering myself every time those thoughts are not aligned. But I started reading this report about how my brain was functioning, and based on the way it was functioning, I'm having up to 5 thoughts at a time. If you're having 5 thoughts at a time, it's not like you're just dividing it into 2. Now you're dividing by 5 possible different directions you can go. And this is why sometimes it can be so difficult for us to make a decision on what it is that we want to do. So this is why, the negative sides I'm giving you on this. But the positive side, and how this actually can work out for you, is you're going to have lots of ideas. You're going to have lots of creativity. You have lots of possibilities. You have lots of different choices, lots of different routes that you can go. So if you can actually start to get these thoughts into alignment, you're going to have so much energy and so a power that you can use to manifest what you want to manifest. So just to give you an illustration of how this has worked out for me, as I've been getting these thoughts in line, yesterday I got 2 websites done. For the third thing, I got 14 ads and 2 additional flyers done for the new video series that I have coming up, interview series. If you don't know about it yet, definitely mark your calendar. Tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going to be broadcasting live interview with Angela Vlasic. And I actually came up with a really great name. It's Becoming Our Heroes. That just came out of nowhere, because the whole idea behind the interview series is that anybody, you or me, can help each other, and we can learn from each other. So Angela's case, she actually had Crohn's disease, and she healed herself. She went to tens of doctors. It didn't work. And she actually healed herself by actually paying attention to her body. And she's going to teach people how to do this for themselves. And not just if you have Crohn's disease, but in any kind of nutrition, and how you actually take action in any deficiency that you might have. So, and doing it through diet, not through a bunch of pills and medication, but actually through a holistic approach of making sure you're in tune with your body. So we're going to talk a little about that, because that's just monumental. And now she's dedicated her life. She went from being a really successful, I want to say she was in banking. She was really making buku money, and she gave it all up because, she got this Crohn's disease and it made her stop. And then instead of getting back into what she was doing, she actually now dedicates her life to helping people get better health. And I think that's really cool. So, she got a really good focus on what she's handling. She's going to tell you how she does it and how you can add it to your life and your arsenal. So, I invite you to consider, where is it that you are having multiple objectives? And this is what I was doing. I was having so many objectives and so many ideas that I couldn't get anything done. I had everything at 80%. And it was all a decent product at 80%, but I wasn't able to give my 100% attention to any one thing at any point in time because I had five thoughts going on at the same time. And they weren't always aligned with each other. And as I've gotten these thoughts and ideas aligned with each other, now I'm just crushing it at a clip. And just magic is happening in a bigger way than I ever even noticed before. So start looking at where you have taken on, maybe you might have a bunch of ideas. That's where you kind of see where you're dividing yourself, because you might have a bunch of ideas that you're trying to do. If you have kids that you got to manage, you got a relationship you got to manage, you got a job you got to manage, you got a new business, you got a dog or cat, you got your household, these things are dividing you. And if you don't give any one of them your undivided attention at any point in time, then you're not going to be able to move past it and move into the next thing and accomplish the task at hand. So start looking at where you're having conflicting beliefs of what you should be doing, because I know for me, a lot of times I had a list of things that I need to be doing, and no matter what one I was doing, I was always thinking that there was another one that I should be doing. I shouldn't be doing this right now. I actually have to do this, and this. So when I was doing my live feeds, as much as I enjoy doing these live feeds, I would be thinking about the 10 things on my to-do list that come after this. But now I can actually be present. And if you've noticed, my live feeds have definitely upped their volume. They've upped their essence in terms of what I'm able to translate and come across, because I'm not thinking about what I have to do next. I know I have to do stuff next, but I have it written down. I'll figure it out after this. And it's a long list. I can see it in my mind, but I'm not even going to try to break it down and give you what the list is, because if I do, then I'm not going to be present with you. And we do this quite a bit. We divide ourselves internally in what we should be doing and never really appreciate the thing that it is that we are doing in this very, very moment. So I'm going to go get to that stuff now, but I want to just kind of throw that out there for food for thought. Definitely, if you could do me a favor and make sure that you say you're going at the event tonight and come watch the interview with Angela and invite some people to that. It's going to be really good. Anybody you know that maybe needs some help with their health, they're the ones to definitely get on with that. So and go to the page. I'll put the link here and just invite them to come watch it, because you can transform your life, and it's a lot easier if you just actually listen to somebody else that's done it, and you take the accountability and responsibility for yourself. And a lot of people have trouble doing that. And the best way to learn is learning from somebody that's actually accomplished it. You could learn it from a book. That's great. You can read the book, and that's somebody that might accomplish it, or go to a course somewhere. But if you can actually have a conversation with somebody that's been doing it, or listen to them talk about their story and their journey and actually feel the essence of what it is that they're saying, then you can make some rapid transformations real quick. So thank you so much for tuning in. You have a great day, and I'm going to get to it. Cheers. I'll see you at 7 o'clock tonight.